Good morning, children. We are continuing the chapter. In the last class, we have studied there are three parts of circulatory system: the blood vessels, and heart. The blood vessels, and heart. Now we are going to study the blood vessels in detail. There are three types of blood vessels through which the blood flows: arteries, capillaries, and veins. Arteries, capillaries, and veins. What are arteries? Arteries carry blood from the heart. Arteries carry blood away from the heart, and that blood goes to all body parts. So arteries carry blood away from the heart. The blood flowing through the arteries are under high pressure because the heart pumps the blood that goes to the walls of the arteries. Heart pumps the blood which goes to the walls of the arteries. So the walls of the arteries are thick and elastic because when the blood flows through the arteries with high pressure, it has to resist. Hence, the walls of the arteries are thick and elastic. So what the idea? So what are arteries? Arteries are the blood vessels which carry blood away from the heart to various parts of the body. Right? Second point, the walls of the arteries are thick and elastic because the blood flowing through the arteries in high pressure. When the heart pumps the blood, when the heart beats, what happens? The blood will flow through the arteries in high pressure. To resist this pressure, the wall of the arteries are thick and elastic. Now you got the point? Why the walls of the arteries are thick and elastic? Why the walls of the arteries are thick and elastic? Because the blood flowing through the arteries are in high pressure. To resist this, the wall of the arteries are thick and elastic. You got the idea? Right. Now, arteries become smaller and smaller arteries. Arteries divides and they become smaller and smaller and smaller. See, the arteries become smaller and smaller. Now again it will be smaller, very thin blood vessels. Thin blood vessels as much as the size of your hair. So these very fine blood vessels as thick as the hair is called the capillaries. So what is capillaries? Capillaries are blood vessels which are very thin blood vessels. So the arteries now divides into smaller branches. Now smaller arteries again divides into very fine arteries. These very fine arteries are called capillaries. Okay? Now, again these capillaries. Yes, again these capillaries now join together. Again the capillaries join together and form what we call veins. The capillaries join together. Capillaries join together and form the veins. Okay, the arteries divides into capillaries. Now capillaries join to form veins. So arteries divides into smaller arteries, then into very fine hair-like capillaries. Now the capillaries join together to form veins. Clear? When the blood flows through the capillaries, you can see the blood is filtered. Food, waste materials and water will be filtered out through the capillaries. Very interesting. So when the blood flows through the capillaries, the blood is filtered. Water, food and waste materials, many things will be filtered out and come outside of the. This fluid is called lymph. What is this fluid? The fluid comes through the walls of the capillaries. When the blood flows through, it is called a lymph. L-Y-M-P-H. You don't want to study it. Now, all the capillaries join together to form veins. All the capillaries join together to the heart. Veins carry blood to the heart. The walls of the veins are thin. Walls of the veins are thin, as it is given here, because the blood does not flow in pressure, high pressure in the veins. So why the walls of the veins are thin? Because the blood flowing through the veins are under no pressure. So the blood flowing through the arteries are under high pressure. Because this blood flows through the arteries when the heart beat or pump. The throbbing sensation, if you take your two fingers and keep it over the arteries, you can feel the throbbing sensation, throbbing feeling. That throbbing feeling is called pulse. Okay? So what is pulse? When you keep your two fingers here, the relaxing and contraction and relaxation of the walls of the arteries. You will feel it as a throbbing sound. The contraction and the relaxation of the arteries, we feel it as a throbbing sound. When the blood flows through it, in the capillaries and the arteries, when the blood flows through it, you can feel the throbbing sensation or throbbing feeling. This is called pulse. So what is pulse? Pulse is the throbbing feeling, throbbing sensation when you keep your hands or fingers on the arteries. Okay, very clear. Now, so that's all about arteries, capillaries and the veins. Now let's come to the structure of heart. Human heart is located. It is just like the size as big as the size of the fist. Okay, of a person. This heart is located in between the lungs. Between the lungs. There are two lungs. Between the lungs, the heart is located. And there is slight tilting of the heart to the left side. Tilting. Okay, the problem of the heart tilted to the left side, but it is at the center of the lungs. Okay, and near the diaphragm. The human heart has four chambers. These upper two chambers are auricles. Right auricle. What is that? Spelling. Yes, they are writing down auricles. Right auricle and left auricle. So you can see the right auricle here and the left auricle here. So two auricles in the upper side. Okay. Lower side are two ventricles. 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 Right ventricle, left ventricle. So right auricle and the left auricle on the upper side and the lower side, right ventricle and the left ventricle. So there are how many chambers? Four chambers in the human heart, which are separated by a septum, a partition, a septum. Septum means wall, partition. That separate this right and left side. Okay? In the right hand side, this right side, always deoxygenated blood flows. Deoxygenated blood flows in the right side. And on the left side, oxygenated blood. Oxygenated blood flows in the left side. So right side deoxygenated blood flows and left side oxygenated blood flows. Clear? Clear. Now, the vein, which vein? Vena cava. Vena cava is called vein. Largest vein in our body is vena cava. I told you the veins carry blood to the heart. The blood is brought to the heart by this largest vein, vena cava. The vena cava carry the blood. Which blood? Carbon dioxide blood, rich blood from all body parts. And that enters the right auricle. From right auricle, it will move to the right ventricle. From right ventricle, the blood moves to the lungs. What is it? Vena cava is the vein, largest vein, which carry carbon dioxide rich blood from all body parts to the right auricle, right? And that from the right auricle, the carbon dioxide rich blood enters the right ventricle and goes to the lungs. Inside the lungs, what happens? The carbon dioxide is removed, separated, and combines with the oxygen. Combines with the oxygen. Such oxygen-rich blood now comes to the left auricle through the vein, like what we call pulmonary vein. Pulmonary veins. So from the lungs, oxygen mixed with blood comes to the left auricle, from left auricle to the right left ventricle, from left ventricle it goes out through all body parts. This is called the aorta. Aorta. So what is aorta? Aorta carry oxygen-rich blood from left ventricles to all body parts. And this is the largest artery in our body. Which is the largest artery? Aorta. Okay? So in this way, the blood flows in two sides, two directions. Right side, deoxygenated blood. Left side, oxygenated blood. So in this way, when heart beats one time, when the heart beats one time, these two flows happens. In the right side, the blood flows in this direction, which is deoxygenated blood, and the left side oxygenated blood. This is called double circulation. What is double circulation? Yes, double circulation of blood. What is double circulation? Yes, when every time the heart beats, two times the blood flows. In the right side, blood flows. Which blood? Deoxygenated blood flows in one direction, and the left side, oxygenated blood flows in one direction. This is called double circulation of blood. Okay, you got this idea about drawing the diagram of the heart? That's all. Thank you.